What's up, guys? I hope I'm in frame. I know this is a different little area than you've seen me usually, but tonight we're gonna grill a book while I grill some meats. You hear that sizzle? Sorry, I'm gonna be a little bit cheesy. I read Case of Conscience by James Blish. My second Blish that I've read. This is the book club edition, I think, and I'm just gonna riff and talk about what I remember because I read it in probably 5 or 6 days. Um, I think it retroactively actively won a Hugo. It was published in the late 50s, 58, I believe, and it has book one and book two, so it is noticeably and formatted. The format is two different separate sections, and it I believe was published in 1954 as a shorter novel, and then he lengthened it to a full length, almost 200-page novel. Um, the the first half was great. The second half was not so great. Spoilers ahead, so just be aware. I will talk about the spoilers because I am limited to this window of time while I'm grilling these burgers. Um, I thought the first half, the ideas that were presented were really intriguing. It was set on this planet called Lithia, where there is basically a perfect moral race of aliens, and that challenges our main character, a Jesuit biologist named Ramon Ruiz Sanchez, challenges his beliefs because he believes at the end of that book, at the end of book one, about halfway through, that flip these, that they've been essentially sent by the devil to challenge people's faith. And I am losing some onions in here. Hold on. I'm going to give that more time. I hope I don't mess these burgers up. I got the whole family in there that's waiting on these. um, the 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 Christian and Catholic themes that are listed in this book that are kind of spelled out through the setup of the first book are really interesting. Reminds me a lot of Canticle for Leibowitz. Um, Blish was obviously interested in exploring those religious themes, and since this is the beginning of the After Such Knowledge, I think trilogy, quadrilogy, whatever yeah. There's 3 or 4 books into it, depending on how you count Black Easter. Um, but ultimately, it kicks this off in his exploration of these Christian ideas, um, and I think the execution of the first half did its job. He did not stick the landing. Um, I didn't dislike the book, but I thought that the characters, a lot of the side characters, were kind of wooden, kind of just, I didn't really, they just felt like they were on the paper. They didn't really live inside my head. Namely, um, the Dr. Lou Mead, I believe, and Nicholas, Ruiz Sanchez's, one of his partners that was on Lithia with him. They're like falling in love, and like uh, the second act just features this very strange, like, just it like focuses through their lens in a very odd way where we don't really see Ramon Ruiz Sanchez's we don't see his opinion as much anymore. We don't see through his lens. I did think that the like culmination was interesting, and there were bits and pieces to the end of the novel that I thought were interesting, but they didn't pay off. Ekverchi, the Lithian that travels from Lithia back with the humans to Earth for the second half of the book, it does a really cool, again, setup where you're like, oh, they're gonna raise a Lithian. I wonder what that's gonna be like. But it ultimately just fell flat because if I read the ending right, they all died. Like Lithia had this, reaction from one of the characters who went back. I'm kind of jumping all over the place, but he had the reaction from some of the minerals and stuff on their planet. Ultimately, like blew the it blew the planet up, and eradicated the whole thing. So ultimately, did it even matter? Like, I don't know. I just got to the end and I was just kind of like, huh. And then I set it down and just kind of moved on. It really didn't resonate with me or sit with me. And I was disappointed by that because I was expecting more after I've heard quite a few people talk this one up. So I don't know. Like I said, I didn't dislike it. I didn't love it though, and I was hoping I would love it. I'll continue to read after such knowledge. I think next is Dr. Mirabilis, and then Day After Judgment, Black Easter. I think. Might check the internal temperature real quick. Give me a second. I think we are. Oh, that one's done. They're very soft though. Okay. I'll give them a little more time, but I think we're getting pretty close. We're having burgers. It's the day after the Super Bowl, and it's nice outside, as you can tell. And somehow it's February. So we're trying to take advantage of this nice weather and make some summer food. I realize this is not the content you might have come to this channel for, but we're gonna do fun stuff in this channel. Gosh. So anyway, I think Case of Conscience deserves a read, but I also think that you need to be prepared for the second half to really kind of either resonate with you on themes of theology and religion, or fall flat. And for me, it fell flat. So I don't know. I don't really have much else to say about it. I feel like I was kind of cold with this review, but also I thought it would be kind of fun to get out here and grill while I grill a book. Because yeah, it was a 6 out of 10. Like I said, this is my second Blish. I read Vor January 1st of last year and was kind of meh on it too. It was fine. It wasn't great. And so I don't think that Blish is a bad writer. I just think that he leaves me wanting more, where I think I can see his vision. His ideas are really neat in the setup, and then the actual payoff and execution is just, it's not there for me. So I feel like I rarely review negatively on this channel. Oops. But there you have it, folks. That was Case of Conscience, and I think I'm going to try some short stories. I've said that like 3 videos in a row, but I have a few short stories that are on the docket, ready to go, that I've read recently, and I will talk to you soon about them. So I'm going to get these burgers in for the fam, and I will see you next time. Peace.